King and his staff had hoped their campaign in Chicago would serve as a model for others in the North. But their work in Chicago had failed to win support from former allies, including the federal government and Northern liberals. It was time to move on.
SCLC went to Chicago to see if nonviolence would work in the North. And so we were doing a number of things. The marches were only one. But Chicago was so much bigger than any city that we'd worked in the South. We knew we couldn't do them all at the same time, and that we couldn't sustain an aggressive movement as long as, much longer. So we were trying to find a way to wind it up.
We reached a point in which we thought that we had achieved not everything we wanted, but everything we could achieve. And there were those who disagreed with that. But we had the burden of decision. We made the best one we could, as honestly as we could, with all the suspicions that were shared by those of us who were criticizing us.
August 26, 1966. Both sides signed a 10-point agreement. The city promised to enforce its open housing laws and desegregate public housing. Banks and realtors agreed to comply. Critics doubted the agreement would be enforced, but King saw it as a first step. He agreed to stop the marches, including the march into Cicero.
The Chicago Freedom Movement has pledged its resources to assist in the implementation of these programs and hereby agrees to halt neighborhood marches and demonstrations in Chicago on the issue of open housing, so long as these...
King's announcement immediately split the Chicago movement.
When he called off the march, we were surprised.